Hi, everyone. It's 1010 the Navigator, and I'm back again for the Anunnaki Final Warning to Earth and Their Return in 2022, the 5th edition by Maximilien De Lafayette. And I'm going to start on page 103. I know we ended at 101, but 102 is a blank page. And I needed to share this page because I cannot read in Hebrew. So you can look at it yourself and do research on that. Coding and decoding the significance of the year 2022. 2022 is the year when the Anunnaki plan to come back to Earth and cleanse it from the gray's contamination. This year has great significance if it is coded in Hebrew. There are two ways of interpretation. The first interpretation of the code: take the number 2022 and translate it into the Hebrew alphabet. Remember that Hebrew is read from right to left, and follow the numbers in that sequence. This gives you the word 2022. 2 is the second letter of the Hebrew alphabet. The 0 becomes, because 0 equals the infinite, equals God, equals the 1. So the 1 is the first letter in the Hebrew alphabet, namely the 1. The word reads phonetically BB apostrophe AB, and it means Ba'ab, in the Ba'ab. Ba'ab means Stargate of the Anunnaki. From this Stargate, the Anunnaki spaceships enter and exit galaxies, skies, multiple universes, parallel dimensions, and outer space. So from this Ba'ab, a person exits our physical world to enter the dimension, universe of extraterrestrials. Interpretation and meaning. Once you enter the year 2022, you will automatically enter the Ba'ab of liberation, but only if you are not contaminated, or if, starting right now, you attempt to cleanse yourself. The second interpretation of the code: add the numbers that appear in the year 2022. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. According to the Ulema, the book of Ramadosh, the number 6 means liberation. Interpretation and meanings. The liberation from the contamination and control of the grays. Characteristics of the number 6. 6 is a perfect number, so a triangular number. It is the geometrical value of the word space in Anaka, the Anunnaki language, and spirit in the Phoenician language. In the Greek oracles, it is delta. This geometrical form and its numerical value is also the logo of the Anunnaki because it represents the triangle. And inverted, the triangle was shown on the uniforms of the American military personnel and scientists who work on the Black projects, and alien reverse engineering at secret bases and genetic laboratories in the United States. Many insiders and top echelon military men reported that they have seen the triangle/delta sign on several crashed UFOs stored in secret military bases. The number 6, carbon and the creation of mankind. Worth mentioning here is that the chemical element carbon has the atomic number of 6. The book of Ramadosh, the word carbon was used to represent the source of life and was the first element used by the Anunnaki to genetically create the early human race. Everything is connected. The Ulema, who are the custodians of the Anunnaki, book of Ramadosh, explained that the number 6 is the secret code of the year 2022. It is a vital number because it represents the 6 known directions known to mankind. Directions: north, south, east, west, up, and down. In 2022, 2 more directions or dimensions will be added, and the human race in 2022 will understand the nature of these 2 additional dimensions, which are not far from the physical 4th dimension we live in. The fifth dimension could be considered as a spatial trampoline, and the sixth dimension is the destination or rendezvous of the human race with the Anunnaki. The number 6 is one of the 6 major extraterrestrial hotspots on Earth. 6, as a pentagonal pyramidal number, is explained in the Anunnaki's manuscript as one of the 6 major extraterrestrial hotspots on Earth. 6 is the anti-Ba'ab. The other 5 are Baalbek, Arwad, Tyre, Nippur, and Malta. Does this predict or hint to the landing areas of the Anunnaki when they return to Earth in 2022? Some psychics think so. It is interesting and entertaining idea, but an unlikely scenario. The 6th letter in the Phoenician alphabet is Wa. Once the corners of the letter Wa are joined in the stroke of a pen, it becomes a perfect triangle. This was the unification numerical code for the Anunnaki and early Phoenicians of Baalbek and Tyre. The ulema, seers, sages, and men of knowledge in Arabic, also used the Anunnaki Phoenician letter Wa in their Arabic dialect. It is pronounced with the same way or in the same way and means exactly the very same thing with or with others. In Phoenician, Wa means hook. The Phoenician hook. The esoteric and spiritual meaning of the hook is ascension and liberation. It was constantly chanted in the secret rituals of the Phoenician gods Adun, Adon, Adonis, Adonai, and Malkart. The meaning of the number 6 in the Anunnaki Phoenician alphabets. The Phoenician hook also meant a celestial gate. This is how we got the word Ba'ab, meaning exactly the extraterrestrial stairway to heaven. Wa, in the Phoenician alphabet, is in fact an Anunnaki symbol and written like a Y. The letter Y represents a base, Earth, and 2 additional dimensions on the right and on the left. These are the 2 additional dimensions beyond ours that the Anunnaki code reveals. It is not as complicated as you might think. It is only a secret and hidden message. It corresponds to the Hebrew Vav. 2 united Vav represent the ascension and the 2 additional dimensions beyond the 4th or the physical 4th dimension. In Aramaic, Wa is written and pronounced like the Phoenician and Anunnaki, Wa. Facts. Despite the U.S. constant denial of any contact with aliens, many statements given by top American military scientists and a high-ranking Anunnaki's personal revelations show without any doubt that in fact, 1, while different alien races do live and work on planet Earth, the Anunnaki do not. 2, the Greys who originally came from Zeta Reticuli have several bases and genetic laboratories fully operational in the United States. The Anunnaki left our planet Earth thousands of years ago. 3, the Greys have helped the military in developing advanced spatial weapons missile systems. The first test occurred in 1984, and the Russians became aware of these significant military tests around 1985. The Anunnaki offered the United States advanced technology for scientific and humanitarian purposes, but the military wanted very advanced weapon systems instead. The Anunnaki refused. 4, the Greys kept on abducting humans for various reasons, and for a very long time, the United States government allowed these abductions. The Anunnaki are not in the abduction business. Whether the Greys' abductions occurred with or without the consent of our government remains irrelevant, because a treaty was signed between the US and 4 different alien races permitting such horrible acts. In exchange for closing their eyes, NASA, NSA, the CIA, the Naval, and the Air Force received very advanced extraterrestrial technology. The Anunnaki never participated in these atrocities. 5. A very high-level meeting between the United States and the representative of the High Council of the Anunnaki took place at the Four Seasons Hotel in Georgetown, Washington, D.C. 6. The United States refused to terminate their formal relationship with the Greys and categorically reject any offer submitted by an entity representing the Anunnaki. 7. The United States government did not believe that the Anunnaki had any vital interest in the human race, and especially the United States. 8. The United States were officially notified that the Anunnaki shall return to Earth in 2022. This notification was never taken seriously by those who attended the meeting in Washington, D.C. However, scientists from MIT and top executives at a major corporation military contractor known for its jet propulsion projects and headed by a former high-ranking military commander wrote a memo and a summary of findings pertaining to the top discussions or the topics discussed during that familiar and infamous meeting and submitted their memoranda to the White House. Insiders leaked very disturbing information about a lethal crash between the Anunnaki official and military guards, as well as publicized military base known for its black projects and extraterrestrial technology reverse engineering. And this concludes pages 103 to 118.